Here you can see upcoming videos on my channel, so if that's something you're subscribed for, stay tuned.
Hello, comrade!
Welcome to another episode of free desktop recording softwares. Today, we are taking a look at ScreenRec. Work less, do more. As usual on the screen, you can see a must features photograph or a list. I think it's self-explanatory. Let's check out the website. The average employee spends 11.2 hours sending emails and 7 hours in unproductive meetings. Take back this time by sending on-demand screenshots and screen videos with ScreenRec. The theme of this program seems to be making life easier for people that are trying to solve their problems. They want to take screenshots or very quick video recordings of their problem, maybe what they are facing, what's going on, or if they are trying to explain something. Very precise use of the program. So I'm trying to put your head into this space so you can understand what this is used best for. However, that does not mean that it cannot be used for normal full desktop recording. However, that is just the theme of what they are trying to portray, to my knowledge. So you have like this little demonstration. They are typing something in, and then they might use like a button or something to really quickly take a screenshot or a video, then explain what's going on. Maybe ask for a solution right here for this. Anyways, let's keep moving on. Show and tell, communicate with ease, get more done. They say they have a bunch of users and stuff. As I usually like to say, I don't like to trust this information because a company or a website developer can't put this and can change this at any time they want. So, okay, here we have a little explanation of what the program does, what each feature does. You can see you have one-click screen capture. Very easily drag and click and capture a certain portion with maybe your webcam and explanation of what you're looking for or what's going on. You have annotated screenshots, so you can add these types of annotations, like you can talk, you can record yourself through a web camera. That's what they're showing you. So we have instant sharing, of course. Once you complete the recording, you can link it and send the link to anybody. You also have like a privacy, analytics, and content management, which we are not really interested in. This is available for Windows, Linux OS, and also Mac OS. Download for free. And here we have latest version. It's 1.0.87, which tells you that this is very young, to use that term, program. It only has version 1.0.87. It's released on 27th April 2020, this particular version, and what works and what not. We have ad-free, spam and virus-free, instant private sharing, and also how many downloads and counting. If I click download, as you can see, the number does not change. Let's refresh. 534. Yep, the number didn't change. That's why I'm saying don't trust these statistics, because developers can change this at any time. Anyhow, we have ScreenRec is best for developers, customer support, designers, e-learning, sales, onboard, and stuff like that. So you can see how really, that's why I'm trying to put your head into this space so you can get the feel of what they are trying to portray their program that is best for. Again, however, that doesn't mean that it can be used only for that. We have some other stuff, get more done, blah, blah, blah. We can also click products, screen recorder. It's actually going to take us to a little bit of a different page, so we get more stuff explained to us here for this particular program. Why ScreenRec? But it's basically, it's the same program. So we keep scrolling down, we can see we have full screen or selection, what we can record, the features, the audio, voice, mouse, and unlimited and unbranded. No lagging. Let's keep moving on, and I'm actually going to talk about this just a little bit. It says it doesn't have time limits or watermarks, so we're going to talk about this just a little bit. Save to your computer, we have a bunch of other stuff, the reviews, what you can also do with it, and so forth. We have system requirements, we have some how-to guides, which is actually very nice, commendable, and we do have reviews, which if we scroll down, these are actually, I think, correct reviews as far as the dates go. We can use this first review that has been posted. Actually, we can go back. I say 3rd January, so we can use this date to really find out when exactly was this program released. By using Wayback Machine, to my knowledge, the first appearance of this website when it was recorded was 21st May of 2019. So we get the idea of how old the program is. I'm currently recording this at the end of 2020, so program is about 2 years old. I want to point your attention to the version of the program. Since the program's version is 1.0.87, it's clearly very young program, only 2 years old. Sometimes when developers release their program for free, it's free for a couple of years, maybe just months, until it's tested, until it's proven, until it gets more popular. Then later at some point, once they start updating versions, they start to put some paywalls behind certain features. Again, as of this recording, 2020, this program is completely free. You also get 2 GB of online storage for free. That's why I'm saying in the future there might be a point when this is not free anymore. There also might be a point where some of these features are not free anymore. So anyhow, let's click start recording and get ScreenRec for free. The file that's downloaded is called ScreenRec web install. So let's click on it and click run. Click next, I agree, and next, next, and install. You'll notice that something is actually downloading. This is just a downloader that we have downloaded, which will download the actual program for us, which is about, I think, 107 megabytes, something like that. While this is being downloaded, I cannot compare features of pro version and free version because there are none at all. There's only free version at this point in time. If at any point down the line this program is not free anymore or there is a professional version, do let me know in the comments below, and then I'm gonna re-review this program. The program has finished installing. I'm gonna click finish to have it run. So here it is. Basically what opened up is a little panel on top of our computer, and it says, or monitor, and it says ScreenRec. If I hover over it, I get these 4 icons. Now let's take a look at the recording process. I hover my mouse over ScreenRec, I click this button, I click and drag to select a portion, I get this counter, and the recording starts. And I can click this stop button to stop the recording. Here's a player that opens up. I have 3 options. Get the link, because this video file has been uploaded online to their servers. Also save the video locally or delete it. I'm going to save it locally, choose the folder, and I'm going to name it test1. And click save, and that's it. The file has been saved. That was the recording process. Now let's take an in-depth look to the program, showcase it, and take a look at the features. So once you run the program, as you've noticed, first thing you see is that this bar or this little thingy at panel at the top of your monitor shows up. Sometimes it can show up on the right or the left side. I'm actually going to move it to the right side so you can see how that looks like. So you have 4 buttons. The first one takes a screenshot, the second records, the third one is actually the sort of your history or the files you have recorded, and the last one is settings. Let's take a look at all of these. Also, we see a little pin button. If I click it, you'll notice that this panel does not close anymore. If I click it again, now the panel closes again. So I'm actually going to keep it open. And let's start with recording once again. I click this button and it tells me click and drag to take a screenshot or video recording. I'm going to do that and I'm going to let go. It says unlock more features, create a free account. There was also a countdown and the recording started. We have stop button, we have mute microphone button, we can change the volume of the microphone. Also we can mute the recording of our computer. This button actually turns on the webcam, which this is how it looks like. I do not have a webcam, so I'm not going to go into this, but you can actually zoom in, zoom out, or actually make your webcam bigger or smaller, move it around. You can also make it the focus of the recording, make it smaller again. You can actually flip it horizontally, so mirroring effect, and you can close it. Next, we also have a countdown, but you'll notice that it says remove a 5-minute limit. That's due to me not having an account for this program. Let's click this and see what happens. It opens up the panel that asks me to sign in or create an account for ScreenRec. I'll get to that. Let's click stop button. We see that the player opens up. We can play the video. I'm actually going to mute it. You can hear me talking. But there's also a mute button, volume. We can also, of course, move the video forward or backwards. Also, you notice that at the top we also have the muting again. And we also have this button which changes playback rate and full screen. Also, we can click this button to get a private link, download the video locally, or just delete the video. We also have the name of the file. However, this will not change the name on your computer locally. This only changes it if it's uploaded online or in your history. I'll get to that. Let's name it history save, like that. And that's it. I'm just going to click X. Next, let's click this button to open up this gallery or history. And you'll notice that the video I just saved, history save test, is right here. So this is my gallery of all recorded videos. I can search it by name. I can sort by all, images, only videos. I can select all of them and then I can delete them. I can also sort them by date, by name, ascending, descending. We also have each video. If I hover over it, I can preview it, copy or get the shareable link, and I can also delete it. Also, this button selects it. And yeah, scrolling down, that's what that does. So pretty much that's a gallery or slash history. Finally, we also have this button, which opens up the settings. First thing you'll notice that it says media sharing currently disabled. Create a free cloud account for instant, secure, and fast online sharing of your images and video. So it asks you to sign up. Let's click login since I already signed up. So I just logged in, and first thing you notice is logged in as, and here's my name, account is pro plan, free grace period. What exactly does this mean? I actually found a web page on 𝙎𝙐𝙋𝙋𝙊𝙍 which says when I log into the program, there is a free grace period for pro plan. It also says that there is a list that mentions the features for a pro plan, and it says it is pretty obvious that the ScreenRec cloud will be a freemium service. Generally, the question is, why is there even a need for registration, and then why is there a need for a plan that's named Pro Plan, free grace period? Clearly, at some point, this program will not be free, or certain features will not be free. So that is something to take a note of when talking about this program and when taking it into the consideration. Unlimited recordings, private sharing links, record in HD, no watermarks, and personal and commercial use as a Pro Plan. The question is, are these the features that will not be free anymore at some point in time? Anyhow, let's move on. We have a recording input device, which is microphone, so I can choose my mic. I can also choose the camera. I can tick to record system audio, which is the computer's audio. Then I can choose the recording quality. SD, if I hover over it, it tells me that the maximum dimensions of SD recording are 1280 by 800. Also HD and 4K recordings. We also have a shortcut to start and stop, to get the instant shareable link, or to use a proxy server, which I don't know what it is exactly, and also update app button. That about does it. I'm going to click X, and that's pretty much the review and the showcase of the program. One thing to note, now when I actually start the recording, you'll notice that it starts automatically now, and there's no countdown. So the first impressions of the program is, once again, it seems that it could be used for a very specific use, and that it's for specific types of people. Very simplistic, minimalistic, and easy to get into. Not a lot of settings, but it's basic. Just click, drag, choose what you want to record, get to it. The recording is saved. Continue recording, continue doing what you want. However, the program does raise a couple of questions that I will probably address sometime in the future. Does this program have luxury features, and what are they? Well, I would say the whole program in a sense is a luxury feature, the way it was set up to operate. If you click to record, you can very quickly just drag and the recording starts right away. That's the fastest recording I have seen so far. When it comes to selecting a particular region, it's very fast to do this and to explain any issues that you have, or maybe teach people something. One luxury feature would be that you actually have your own little cloud of 2 GB space, and you can very quickly, after any recording, or if you have any recording here, you can click and get a shareable link and send it to anybody. That's how fast the upload is, and you can quickly get your message across. One luxury feature would be recording quality of 4K. It says that the recording dimensions are 3840 by 2400. Now let's have a recorded video and test it in a video editing software. Here I have a sample video recording. It's actually 31 seconds, 20.66 frames per second. Let's preview it really quickly. I actually have some music playing in the background. I'm going to try to record for 30 seconds. Let's do a couple of left clicks and right clicks. You can see the background moving. I'm actually going to move this a little bit, and I can clicks and right clicks. You can see the background moving. It seems that there is some audio stutter when I start to move this audio player, but you guys also will be able to see this in a sample video section. Also, I can see that there is one video and one audio track. Other than that, everything seems to be moving just fine. Still, I'll leave you to decide. Let's take a look at the bad things I ran into. First thing would be transparency when it comes to Pro Plan / free grace period. If you search the whole website, there is nothing on the website that mentions anything about the account or having to create an account. Even if you take a look at the navigational bar, you would think that there would be a button to sign up, but there's nothing like that. There is, however, a download button. The whole website boasts about everything's free and no limits and whatnot. However, once you do install the program, you see that there are limits until you create an account. One thing that really concerns me, and the reason why I'm bringing up some transparency issues that might happen in the future, like program becoming paid, is simply the lying of what features it has and sort of misguiding you. So let me just go over it. We have this page over here. If you scroll all the way down, you can see products, screen recorders. If you click there, this page opens up and you can find this section. The only free screen recorder that does it all. Features at glance. So let's see if we have these features and what's going on. First picture, it says full screen or selection. Well, you do not actually have a full screen recording option. Here, take a look. There's nothing like that here. Also, if I click to record, there's nothing that says, hey, record a full screen. You actually have to click and drag for a selection. Yes, you can record a full screen, but you still have to manually select it. You have to be very precise when doing that as well. Especially since I have 2 monitors, it's even harder. You can record your desktop plus a webcam. Now here's the next thing. It says audio plus voice. Record system audio and microphone. First thing that pops into my head is this image over here. This is not from the actual program. This image was actually taken from another program called Camtasia Studio, and I would know because I have used this very program for a long time. Here, take a look at the screenshot of Camtasia Studio and then compare it to this one. Next thing is mouse effects. Highlight your cursor and add clicks and sounds. Now I cannot exactly remember from what program this photo has been stolen from, but it's definitely not from ScreenRec. As you can see, the colors don't even match. There's nothing for mouse effects at all in this program. So clearly this is a lie as well. It says unlimited and unbranded. We have seen this actually in the previous program that I have reviewed. This is actually taken from Screencast-O-Matic, if I recall correctly. Next thing that it says is no lagging. It says flawless 1080p HD screen recording at any frame rate from 15 to 120. Again, that's a lie. There is nothing, no option for you to choose to change the frame rate. So this as well is not true. And then you have some other claims as well. When you actually click and drag to record, pay attention. You will notice that once I let go, the recording is not starting yet. Look at this. Now it actually started. So it took about still 3 seconds to start the recording. Even though there is no countdown, it's still there, but it's hidden. Also, the visual representation of your voice while you're talking, it's not actually updated in real time. There is actually slight delay. Also, it's not very animated. It's very stuttering, as you see. So it's pretty much useless. Another tiny bit of an issue is the recording quality. It's more of a frame size, but does this actually affect the quality of the video itself? What if I choose 4K and then I record my 1080p monitor? What's gonna happen? The recording has started and I'm actually going to stop it right now. And you'll notice that I get an error. The media playback was aborted due to a corrupted problem or because the media used features your browser does not support. However, it seems that I can still save the file on my computer. If I take a look at the media info, we can see that the frame size that I used was width of 1920 and height of 1080p, so basically 1080p full HD quality. We notice that the frame rate is actually 22 frames per second. Also, one thing that interests us is bitrate of 3718. If I take a look at the sample video, you'll notice that the frame rate is slightly lower at 20 frames per second, and you'll notice that the bitrate is actually also lower at 3024 kilobits per second, so 700 lower. So there could be more information here. Not only can you record bigger dimensions, but also your frame rate and the bitrate are actually a little bit bigger, which means a little better quality, just a little bit. Another issue, what if you have selected this dimension, 1280 by 800, but I have 1920 by 1080? What's gonna happen then? Let's try recording my full desktop. As you can see, the recording has started. I'm actually going to stop it now and download it. Here is the video that I just recorded, and you'll notice that the bitrate is measly 887. That's very low quality. Now take a look at the width and the height. It's actually 1280 by 720, even though my monitor size is 1920 by 1080, which is what I've selected. Playing the video, you can see that the quality is not that good. You can actually take a look at the time down here and see how poor quality is, but it did record the whole desktop. It only decided to downscale the recorded video. Again, none of this has been explained here. Another very tiny thing but present is actually the cloud storage that you have. The only way to access it is through the program, which means you need to download the program and log into the account. There is a chance that at any point, if this cloud storage becomes paid service, that you might lose access to your files. If you are actually not logged into the program, and you go to record a video, pay attention, even there is a countdown, but pay attention, once the countdown stops, the recording still doesn't start. Now it actually started. And actually still didn't start there. So now it actually started. And one more thing, this program actually automatically starts itself every time you turn on your computer. If we take a look at the settings, I don't see any option that says auto start with Windows, start up with Windows. No option to turn that feature off. This is pretty invasive and is not welcome at all. Now let us take a look at the good things I ran into. First is this little pin button. If you don't have it ticked, here's how the program looks like. Just a little widget on the side of your monitor. You hover over it, it opens up. You can actually move it around and it also snaps to the edge of your screen. You turn this pin on and it actually stays open. Once you do start the recording, I actually like that there is a countdown before the recording starts for an unregistered user. This is actually a, I think, luxury feature. Also, another thing is if you turn on the webcam, here's how it looks. It's actually a nice circle that you can either enlarge or make smaller. You can actually flip it. So basically, we have some options to adjust your webcam while you are recording. Once you stop the recording, you actually can watch your video right off the bat, but you can also rename it, and this is the name that it's going to be presented in the gallery itself online. You can also very quickly share this with other people. Just click this link, share it with somebody. You don't have to take time to upload this to any cloud service or YouTube or whatever. Instantly share it, it's uploaded. Allows you to very quickly communicate with other people to get the problems solved pretty much. Or if you don't like it, just click delete and that's it. Now let me show you the settings that I have used while recording. So I was logged in. This is the microphone and the camera input. Record system audio was on. I used recording quality of HD and everything else was like this. When pressing start screen recording, I tried to select my whole monitor and that's pretty much it. Also, here is a media info section. Here's how that looks like. As you can see, some stuff to note is the bitrate, also the frame size, frames per second, some more information. Also, we can see very unusual audio bitrate of 136 kilobits per second. Usually it goes 128, 192, 256, 320. This is the first time I see this bitrate, so that's something I wanted to point to as well. Hey guys, so here I am recording my desktop. I actually have some music playing in the background. I'm going to try to record for 30 seconds. Let's do a couple of left clicks and right clicks. You can see the background moving. I'm actually going to move this a little bit. And I can feel that while moving or dragging this window, it does stutter a little bit. But again, we'll be able to see that in a final sample video. So far, this is it. I'm going to record for 30 seconds. And then we can find out what's going on. So it's going to end very soon. So here we go. Final summary and a review. Well, this program is actually very interesting and has very nice niche about it. It's for a very specific group of people. However, of course, it can be utilized for other things, like for example, recording your full desktop. However, I think it really shines when it comes to recording certain areas of your screen if you want to use it as a software to help you get solutions for the problems you have, or maybe provide solutions, record a webinar or something like that. Record a specific part of the program to showcase to your viewers maybe. The reason it really shines for maybe technical support or helping others, teaching, or with maybe if you are a developer and you work in a group, you want to communicate very fast with everybody. The reason it really shines is because you have this storage, this online cloud storage where your videos are uploaded automatically. This allows for a very fast video sharing between the group, or maybe even images. Saves time, it's a very fast communication, and it works. However, There are some issues that I of course presented to you guys in a bad things that I ran into in the cons section. One thing that really stands out, that really comes into a question, it could happen. According to what I can see, it probably will happen. And you know, we are not born yesterday. We can see what's going on here. I hope. Conspiracy theory, here we go. So what I think is going to happen sometime in the future, they are trying to have people sign up for their program, also sign up for an account. They want people to start using it, get used to the program, get comfortable with the program, to use it for free, and then one day they will slowly turn this into a paid program, and they will use the excuse, hey, we told you you have a free grace period, you should have expected this. When in reality, it's done in a very sneaky way. This is a very big concern, and that's what sometimes happens. Since I think I am sort of a man of the people, I will use a very blatant example with Pornhub, for example, or maybe even Hentai Haven, and also Faku, or whatever that other website is called. There are also audiobook websites, as well as, I think, Crunchyroll and maybe similar websites for watching anime. Either all of them started as 100% free, and then slowly switched to a paid plan, where you obviously have to pay to use a certain feature or features. Also, some of them simply have a trial period, for example 2-3 months, and then later you have to pay for it, which is pretty much the tactic of, let us make you comfortable with our service, let us get you to use it and get used to it, and let us think you cannot live without it, and then we're gonna have you pay for it eventually. It's a very smart plan and it works. There is a possibility, again, that something might happen to this program as well. It's a very good program to what it's supposed to do. Honestly, I have not seen a better program that does this, that's gonna be very good for maybe web developers or any group like that, and they will at some point depend on this program, they will get used to it. Of course, they are going to decide to pay for it. Which, hey, it's pretty fine, as long as they have like a 3 to 6 month period where they announce this. But if it happens like within a week or maybe even instantly, that's actually a problem. Once again, it's a phenomenal program to what it's supposed to do, to what it's designed to do. For recording full desktop, I don't think you're really gonna get by with this program. There are far better programs than this one. Obviously, it should be clear by now that there is a major concern with this program, especially in the future. They have a bunch of lies and bunch of things to misguide you, if you want to use that fancy word. I just call it what it is, lies. There are features that don't exist. There are features that don't work quite as they are branded, if you will, and there are a bunch of features that come into question whether they will be free in maybe a year or two when this program gets some popularity. One thing that also is a concern is it's very obvious how they are not afraid to lie of the features that the program does not have, and even steal screenshots from other programs to present something that they don't have. Also shows some laziness as well, but if you don't have that feature, I guess you gotta do it. Those are some things to look out for when it comes to this program and have in mind. There is deception, and where there's smoke, there's usually fire. So be careful if you do decide to use it. So, what is my final grade for this program? Like in the previous videos, I invite you guys to check out my spreadsheet for free desktop recording softwares, where I actually do give out grades for these programs. And this program is actually gonna have a specific case of having 2 grades. I'm gonna give it a grade for recording a desktop, and also another grade to what it's designed to do. So it's sort of going to get a unique grade. I'm going to consider both of those things when I do that. Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning into this video and into this review. Do leave your comments below, especially if there are some changes to this program and if you would like me to do a review of it again. Also, do consider subscribing, since I've noticed that like 95% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed, so do consider doing that. Also, rate the video if you want, and that's about it. Thanks so much for tuning into this one. I will catch you in next episode. Priest is signing out.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'm a